Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. More Srikakulam towns under lockdown. As the district administration imposed lockdown in Tekali for 10 days, almost all mandals and municipalities have been kept under complete lockdown in Tekali division except Sompeta and Kanchili mandals. Because of the community spread of the virus, shopkeepers in several areas have contracted the virus from unknown source. A few businessmen and staff from Srikakulam, Ranasthalam, Santa Kaviti, and few other areas contracted the virus from unknown people. When COVID 19 symptoms were found in the family of a businessman who runs an electronic shop in the village, the local administration, on the directives of District Collector J. Nivas, has clamped complete lockdown in Tekali. The district administration has also brought Ichapuram, Sompeta, Mandasa, Palasa, Vajraporukotturu, and Tekali under lockdown. Lockdown was also enforced in Rajam and Ranasthalam mandals. The local administration has allowed shops selling essentials and vegetables to remain open from 6 am to 10 am at Tekali, while all other shops will remain shut. COVID 19 tally crosses 25,000 in Andhra with 1,608 fresh cases, 15 more die. The COVID 19 tally in Andhra Pradesh crossed the 25,000 mark on Friday and now stands at 25,422 with a total 1,608 new cases confirmed out of 21,020 samples tested in the last 24 hours till 9 am, with another 15 deaths, 2 each in Anantapur, Chittor, Guntur, Krishna, and Kurnool districts, and 1 each in Nellore, Srikakulam, Vishakhapatnam, Vizianagaram, and West Godavari districts. The COVID 19 toll in the state increased to 292. As many as 981 people were discharged in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of recoveries in the state to 13,194, while the active cases stand at 11,936. The number of people tested so far in the state now stands at 11,15,636, and the test conducted per million population in the state stands at 20,892 per million, which is the highest among the states. As per the media bulletin issued by State Command Control Room Health on Friday, among 13 districts, even reported more than 100 new cases, with the highest being Chittor district with 208 cases, followed by Anantapur district with 191. East Godavari reported 169 cases, followed by West Godavari 144, Kurnool 144, Guntur 136, Prakasam 110, Kadapa 91, Vishakhapatnam 86, Vizianagaram 86, Srikakulam 80, Krishna 80, and Nellore 51. COVID-19 KGH Virology Lab shut after 3 tests positive. COVID-19 tests at the Virology Lab of King George Hospital KGH have come to a halt as the lab was closed after 3 technicians tested positive on Wednesday. KGH Superintendent G. Arjuna told that TrueNat and real-time PCR tests are being conducted at the government hospital for test and communicable diseases and at Microbiology Lab of Andhra Medical College AMC. About 20 of the technicians' contacts in the lab were sent to quarantine. North Andhra COVID-19 Nodal Officer and AMC Principal P.V. Sudhakar said as 12 doctors of KGH tested positive till now, over 100 doctors were in quarantine in phases. Orthopedic surgery and forensic departments, which were closed following positive cases earlier, were reopened after the doctors completed their quarantine period. 76 tribals fall ill in Vizag Agency village after consuming stale meat, 6 serious. As many as 76 tribal people, including children, fell ill due to food poisoning in Vishakhapatnam Agency. 6 of them are reportedly in a serious condition. According to reports, members of 22 tribal families from Gaduturu in Malkapalayam Panchayat in G. Madgula Mandal in the district fell sick after consuming meat of a dead cow. As soon as they consumed the meat, they developed vomiting and diarrhea on Wednesday night. Following receipt of information, Deputy Tahsildar of G. Madgula Apala Swami reached the village and shifted the victims to a local hospital. As condition of 8 of them turned critical, they were shifted to Padiru area hospital. Of the 8, 2 are out of danger, officials said. Padiru MLA K. Bhagyalakshmi visited the hospital and inquired about the health condition of the victims. She asked the officials to provide better medical care to the victims. Meet deadlines at any cost, says CM Jagan, asking officials to ensure that there is no dearth of funds for the state government's prestigious projects like Nadu Nedu and others. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy directed them to go forward with meticulous planning and meet the deadlines. He was speaking at a review meeting on the progress of Nadu Nedu works, irrigation projects, water grid, and infrastructure development programs. The Chief Minister told the officials that there should not be a dearth of funds for the government's prestigious projects, as they should go forward in a planned manner. He also asked the officials to see that fund flow meets the requirement. Manabadi Nadu Nedu was taken up in over 15,000 schools in the first phase, with an estimated expenditure of Rs 3,600 crore, and as of now, Rs 920 crore was released. He told the officials to get clearance for the first phase funds by August 15. In the second and third phase, along with schools, works on hostels, junior and degree colleges would be taken up at an estimated cost of Rs 7,700 crore, officials said. LG Polymers didn't follow orders for 3 years. For more than 3 years, LG Polymers didn't comply with 16 inspection orders issued in 2016. The High Power Committee (HPC) that probed the gas leak from the firm's plant in Vizag has said. Besides, the fate of 18 fresh orders issued during an inspection in 2019 is not known, it added. The gas leak in May this year left 15 people dead and hundreds hospitalized, while LG Polymers exposed its poor safety standards by not implementing the 2016 orders of the Factories Department till 2019. The Directorate of Factories failed by not ensuring that the firm followed the safety protocol, the HPC observed. The Directorate of Factories, it said, was not effective in implementing the Factories Act and other rules. The committee pointed out that during an inspection on December 8, 2019, the Director of Factories issued 34 orders, with some containing more than one observation. It also said the institutional structure of factory safety compliance in the Factories Department is very weak, and there are significant regulatory gaps in plan approvals, issues of licenses, safety audits, and compliance. Structural changes are needed in the way safety protocols and regulations are implemented, the High Power Committee asserted. IT Minister Ramarao says Telangana among best in ease of business, asked firms to invest. IT and Industries Minister K.T. Ramarao said that 80% of the companies which got approvals under TS IPAS have started work. Rao participated in the US-India Business Council Destination India state-focused virtual session. During the session, the minister highlighted investment opportunities in Telangana and appealed to company heads to look at the progressive states in India as individual units when they invest in the country. He said, Telangana, in its unique way, had been attracting major investments for the past 6 years. He said the state government's investment opportunities and policies were helping the state achieve unprecedented growth rates. He termed Telangana as one of the best states in terms of ease of doing business. Through TSI Pass, the government had been giving approvals to industries within 15 days, he said, and added that 80% of the companies which had received approvals had already started their work. The Industries Minister said the state had accorded top priority to pharma, life sciences, innovation, technology, textiles, aerospace, and defense sectors. Telangana COVID-19 positive cases crossed 30,000 mark, with Telangana recording 1,410 fresh cases on Thursday. COVID-19 cases in the state crossed 30,000 mark. The day also saw 7 deaths, taking the total toll in the state to 331. Of the 30,946 positive cases recorded in the state, 12,423 are active cases. In an alarming trend, several districts saw a sharp rise in daily cases, with Sangareddy reporting 79 cases, Warangal Urban 34 and Karimnagar 32. However, there was some respite in the GHMC area as only 918 cases were recorded in its limits. But it is to be noted that only 5,954 tests were conducted as against the 6,000 tests done in the last 2 days. In Gandhi Hospital, situation appears grim with 126 in ICU. No point in reimposing lockdown, says Telangana Minister Talasani Srinivas. Animal Husbandry Minister Talasani Srinivas Yadav said that there would be no use even if the lockdown is reimposed in the JHMC area. Speaking to reporters here on Thursday, he recalled that several leaders, including Home Minister Muhammad Mahmood Ali, Deputy Speaker T. Padma Rama Rao, and Congress leader V. Hanumantha Rao, tested positive and they got cured. Describing the Congress and BJP leaders as useless fellows for talking rubbish, Talasani wondered how does it matter for the opposition if the CM is not visible to the public, especially when there is no effect either on the governance. Number of victims in Hyderabad reality scam rises to 1,500. Days after the arrest of real estate firm Swadatri Infra Private Limited's owner Yarlagadda Raghu Babu, director Gokulpati Srinivas Babu, and manager Meenakshi, more people are approaching Cyberabad police alleging that they were cheated by the firm. Police say the number has risen to 1,500. Meanwhile, the trio were remanded to police custody for a period of 1 week for a thorough investigation. While a majority of the victims are from Hyderabad and a few other parts of Telangana, many are also from Vijayawada. A majority of victims invested in open plots in Hyderabad, police said. Cyberabad police have also learned that some of the victims have approached police in Vijayawada. The scam runs into an estimated 156 crore. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Buy and Times.